you would have in order for them to be pleased with you, you would have to be uncircumcised. It says, verse 49 says, to the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. And that's what happened with our people. And that's why hence you read about the Gentiles in the Bible, in the New Testament.
You can pull out the following. I got you.
Which there are two types of Gentiles. The natural Gentiles and the unnatural Gentiles. The natural Gentiles are the actual heathen that have no partake with the salvation with the nation of Israel, such as the Edomites, the so-called white people, the Chinese, the Moabites, Japanese, the so-called the Ammonites, and the rest of the heathen nations. But you have the unnatural Gentiles, which are Israelite foreigners that have took on the Greek customs, but they were Israelite by bloodline, but they were following the Hellenization way, the Greek customs. They were Israelites, such as Timothy's father. Timothy's father was a Greek, meaning he was an Israelite that followed Greek customs, but he was an Israelite that didn't accept him being an Israelite. But Timothy accepted him being an Israelite.
And that's a lot of brothers in the truth right there.
Yep. You got some brothers that look like so-called white people, but they're Israelite.
Cornelius.
Like that Asian cat that came by with the whole blogging shit. He wasn't no straight.
Yeah, that was
Jake.
Jake.
That was at least 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shepherd came by.
Yes.
I got you with the precept, and it reads, Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. We're gonna go into the curses dealing with how we've been scattered and how ultimately, we've lost our inheritance, so to speak. Going into that as well, we can bring the other one the following way. And it reads, so Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And Yahweh Shemel Shai shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Yep.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So this is a curse, that the Lord will send us among these different heathens through different captivities through our history. Then, through the process of time, we will start following their ways. It says in the book of Psalms, they were mingled among the heathen and learned of their works, but they were Israelites.
And it said worshiping idols that neither their fathers have known, because look, man, our forefathers, we serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, and you can say it's a spiritual pedigree. Alright, there came a time that we fell away. And if you know the reason about that, I can bring it out.
Before we get that, let's go to Acts 16. I want to prove that Timothy followed the Greek. I want to get that. Just, for Jake. There might be newcomers on the camera that haven't heard it. Acts 16.
Acts 16. Let's go to
Everybody got
There we go. So the book of Acts, chapter 16, verse 1. Then came he to Derbe.
This is talking about Apostle Paul.
God. Then came he to Derbe
No kingdom talk.
and Lystra. And behold, a certain disciple there named Timotheus. That's a Greek name. That's not a Shakam, a Gazar, a Yakal. That's a whole Timotheus. You know what I'm saying? That's like our names that we have now.
I mean, you got people that think that all the Israelites was in the land of Israel till diaspora. Like, it was Jakes that went off to these different lands.
Right. Just like during time of Judges, when that one Israelite, he was in the dwelling, they was dwelling in the land of Moab. I forget his name, but he was a Judite, in the house of Judah.
The law on the Passover kind of touches on that too. You have to keep it no matter where you are. You have to go back to Jerusalem, make a voice here. But anyways, it reads, named Timotheus, the son of a certain woman, which was a Jewess.
Yeah, because his mother had believed, and his grandmother.
And believed. But his father was a Greek.
But his father was a Greek. Now, does it mean that his father was a so-called white man? No. It means that his father was following, he was an Israelite, his father was an Israelite that was following Greek customs.
But somebody that's not studied that haven't studied to show themselves approved would just blurt out some vomit like that. Oh, he was white.
Yeah.
Right.
It says he, like, vocabulary will come through. But didn't it say that the father of, since, you know, because it's about the patrilineage, he'll come through with some little bullshit talking about, so, well, you know, the father was a Greek. Okay, well, calling yourself a Greek is equivalent, especially back then, calling yourself a Greek is equivalent to calling yourself an American.
Right.
You had Persians that were Greeks. How about that? When Alexander took over the Persians, hey, they got mingled into the Greek Empire. You know, when he was taking over the Eastern, you know, nations. You know, I say Persians because, you know, I saw the movie, you know, Persians in there. You know what I'm saying? But he was taking over them Eastern nations. They became the Greeks too, and that Greek influence was upon them as well, man.
Yeah, so that was talking about his father, Timothy's father. He was an Israelite that was following Greek customs, you know.
Pretty heresy.
Because remember, the Lord hates Esau. Why would the Lord allows Esau to come? The Lord said He changed not.
Like
you know?
Esau running in through the back door, getting into the
Yeah,
kingdom.
right.
Coming into the truth. Climbing, scaling down the wall at the top of the
Right.
right.
And Apostle Paul condemned Esau. You know, though that man of sin be revealed. So if Apostle Paul condemned him, why on another cheek will he go and call him to be in the faith? That don't make sense, man. But we go to Second Thessalonians 2.
You would be double-minded if you did.
Double-minded, right. Double-minded man.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2.
They falling away.
God. There we go. So, book of Second Thessalonians, chapter 2. Let me start verse 1.
Yeah, sorry.
God. And it reads, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, He's going to come to deliver us. Alright? And by our gathering together unto Him." Alright, because hey, what's going on here is the gathering of the elect. Yeah, because I'm reading it. It's like, alright, so I'm reading it again. "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, and by our gathering unto Him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Hamashiach is at hand."
Right, because the elect, they would have the true comfort to comfort them. So they wouldn't be shaken in mind. They wouldn't be all balanced in the spirit. So they'll understand what they need to know, what pertains to salvation, so they will be comforted by the comfort. You know, keep going.
Alright, verse 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first."
Come a following first. And what was that following way? That was when in 70 AD, when the temple was sacked by Emperor Vespasian and the son Titus, you know, which led to the diaspora, the scattering of the southern kingdoms, Judah, Benjamin, and Levites, and to the shores of West Africa, Asia, and Europe, you know. Then we came over here, the southern kingdom came over here by way of trying like slave trade, by way of Esau, the slavery. Our nationality was plucked away from us. We started calling ourselves African American, along with the Latino tribes, Latino American tribes. You know, they started calling themselves by their oppressor names, by the Bible that their oppressors gave them, which ultimately led to our identity being taken away. So that was a great falling away first. Great falling away.
That's true. Hey, man, just a quick point, you know, the same way, you know, just to draw the parallels between the blacks and the Latinos, hey, they both are go by the surnames, which is the last names, if I'm not mistaken, the surnames of their oppressors. You know, you got Judah, you know, you got their last names, you know, the Johnsons, the Jacksons, you know, things of that nature, and then you got the Latin tribes, you know, the Rodriguez, the Lopezes, the Cortezes, you know, Pizarros. Hey, and I'm naming conquistadors, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how you know we are the people, man. These are curses apply to us. All right? That's it, man.
Was that in there?
Let me see. Oh, yeah, there's more on that. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition means destruction. And everything Esau does, wherever he's at, he brings destruction. That's why everybody's in mourning, because the wicked is in power and rulership. You know? Everything in the foundation of the earth are out of course because he's in rulership. He doesn't keep the last Sabbath. He doesn't keep none of the laws and commandments. You know, which makes him the man of sin, and hence why the earth is more than itself. These trees were planted here. These trees not natural. You know. Keep going.
That's right, man. All right. And it reads, Salakia, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called Yahweh.
Right. Now I got some lists and facts on how he does that. You know. 2 Thessalonians 2. Get it real quick. Now how does he exalt himself? You know? By his science, his military, his technology, you know? Because all those things he has in the earth to exalt him, man. Exalt himself and not Yahweh B'Shem Shai. His what's it called? The what's in the sky? That make he can change the weather and stuff. Oh, the HARP program, you know?
It's what is it called?
Algorithms, you know?
Genetics. It's a genetic science. He trying to make himself immortal, man.
Yeah, right.
Trying to download the human consciousness into a memory card, man. Turn a person, an organism into a program with its seals.
But it says in the opposing exalt himself, and he did that when he came into power by way of the Renaissance period. When you have a term called iconoclasm. He started to destroy all the dark images, which is us in Europe, so-called Negroes ruled in Europe. And he started to change our faces to him, you know? So that was another way how he exalted himself, you know? And that's why when we tell our people that our Yahweh Shai in the world, any called Jesus Christ, doesn't look like it's not a so-called white man. When we say that, and we can prove it by way of the scriptures, they still hate us for it, man. Why? Because they have been blinded by the God of this world, Esau. You know? She got it.
All right, and it reads, all that is called Yahweh, or all that is worshipped, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. Now I don't know if that's if I should say the Lord's name here. I should just say our power.
No, sitting in the temple as the Most High.
God, no, there we go. Okay,
Yeah.
God, let me repeat that, just for
Yeah, when they say God, just say the Most High.
God. All right, and it reads, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
Right. And he did that.
Renaissance Christianity,
Right.
all work.
Right.
Him calling himself Israelite.
Yeah, because when people go around the world, they exalt the so-called white man. They don't exalt Jake. You know, all them artifacts. They be thinking Esau was that all belonged to Esau. Nah, that really belonged to us.
And if Jake is getting worshipped, it's because of his skill.
Right.
Poor man is honored of his skill. So Jake get worshipped for being an entertainer,
Exactly.
making you laugh. Oh, he's funny.
Yeah.
But for like profound, nation
Like
building,
historian. Yeah, we don't get this off.
historian, wise men, we don't get reference for that.
Even if we did, which we did, invent everything, but Esau put his name on it, like he did it, like he created it, you know.
God. All right. Continuing on. All right. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
And this is the time right now, and in time he being revealed right now, because it's his time to rule, you know. And there's nothing he can do about it, man, because the Lord has sent his servants and prophets to remove that covering cast from devils, man, because you like to hide under all these banners and names and stuff.
Right.
You know, all these nationalities. Oh, Esau was the Egyptians, you know?
Esau is everybody that was profound.
Right. Which then really, when you go into the history, that really was the Ptolemies that took over Egypt and started calling themselves after the Hamites. Just like he did with us.
Like he did with the damn Greeks. Really.
Did with the Japhets.
Prophetic, yeah.
Hey, you stole 3 lines of nationality heritage,
We're
man.
going up and down the earth is taking people and nationalities, man.
Seeing who gets vouched.
Notice ain't nobody on the earth talking, yeah, well, I'm the ancient Edomites. Coming back.
Right,
No, cheer.
right. Right, because when you look on history on Esau, ain't nothing, you can't find nothing.
Nothing good.
And you know, Esau is these wise because they know everything.
Right,
You know, they telling you about some shit that happened 65 million years
Right.
ago, but they can't tell you what happened to Esau
Right.
a couple thousands of years ago.
Yeah, they got experts on everything.
Right.
But Esau.
that's how you know they be paid off not to say certain things. If they can dig up by their excavators, archaeologists, they can dig up, you know,
They digged up Esau.
Isaiah scrolls and stuff.
Right.
They can't find. Esau was dwelling in Jerusalem, south of Judah.
These Edomites, they dug up one of Esau's gods, Quaz. And like Apostle Tara said, he looked just like Barry Manilow. Big ass nose.
And one of the kings of Judah started worshiping Esau gods. I think it was Amaziah.
That's probably Puff Daddy coming back.
Hey man, and that's the thing. Like, you know, it just seems, you know, this is trivial. But if you look at the structures of Mount Seir, they're very they look exactly identical to the ones you find in Greece, the ones you find in Rome, and really all these countries that these Edomites rule over, including America here in Babylon. All right, you see the same architecture there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you look on Petra, that's actually like the White House.
Petra, yeah. Yeah, that's the White.
It's
that's
like the White House. Like that's how you know that's Esau.
Nothing's new under the sun, man.
Basically saying Esau house.
Minute.
1 minute up here.
Hey, but it's been another camp auction. With the Aquas Edify, you know, flocking for the camera difficulties, man. Camera's been technical difficulties. Camera been messing up for the past couple of weeks, so good thing we got the OG camera. So
And never forsake an old friend, man.
yeah, right.
The new was not compared.
Right. But Lord will Aquas Edify. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadosh.
Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopefully Akin. Let's preach the word in all truth and city. Shalom.
Shalom.